Hello, class. Today I'll be speaking about student loans. And if you did not already know, student loans is a type of money that comes from the state or federal government. And you can use your student loans to go towards your tuition or any other school needs that you have. Student loans may be challenging or it may get you into some serious debt, but at the end of the day, I believe that student loans are worth it and you should use it while you can. But as long as you graduate with a good degree and you're able to make some money to pay off your student debt, I think you should be fine. And you are permitted to pay back your student loans by a certain time. You'll have like different pay dates. And if you do not reach those pay dates, the government can withhold some taxes you have to do further in your life, or they could withdraw some social security, or it's you just want to make sure to pay your student loans. It could also mess up your credit score, so you want to make sure you pay off all your student loans once you graduate college or whenever you have time to. So the pros and cons for student loans is one pro is student loans can help with paying tuition and any other school expenses. It's really useful to not be able to go into your own pocket and have to pay for pay for school supplies or books or even your tuition, like I said before. And it's just an easier way to get some money from the government and be able to put it to use. And another pro is when you're on time with paying your student loans, it can be a great reference to use on any other type of loan or debt you plan to use in the future. It shows that you can pay on time and you're a trustworthy person, and that goes a long way for most companies that want to loan you money or anything you need. But some cons is that it does student loans do have a payday and interest rate. Some are higher than others. That's why you have to make sure you find the right one that suits you and that you'd be able to manage. And the longer you stay in school, the more money you will have to pay back, because the more student loans you're getting from the government, the more you'd have to pay back in the future. And it can be hefty. You will be paying a lot, but in the long run, I believe it would help you because it would get you your college degree, and that's all you want to that's your main goal in college, is to get your degree and be able to make some money to live your life. Then the next one is, are student loans worth it in the long run? Student loans give you the ability to give you a college degree, like I said before, get a good job, and you'll be able to pay off those student loans in time. But you want to make sure you really study in school and make sure you're getting your time's worth and your money's worth. And you want to be able to make sure you're spending it wisely. Your student loans, you want to make sure you have enough, or try to see if you have enough to pay for other things that you need in school, but make sure at least most of it goes to your tuition. And the more money you get out of your student loans, the less you'll have to pay out of your own pocket. And like what I said before, it's always easier to use the money you get from the government rather than your own pocket, or else then you'd have no money, no spending money or whatever you need, your spending needs. And also, student loans can help build your credit score if you make your payments on time. Like I said before, if you don't make your payments on time, it can get your credit score bad, but you could also make your payments on time and your credit score will go good. And you'd be known as trustworthy, and people would want to work with you in the future if you ever needed any type of loan. And yeah, how student loans can affect a student's educational career. For most students, the thought of having to pay back student loans can ruin a student's educational experience. And that can go for, I would say, 70% of students worry about how they're going to be able to pay back, and it just gets a real big downfall on the student experience of college. And you want to be able to put all your stress on homework and studying and stuff rather than how to pay your next student loan bill or how you're even going to make college. Also, student loans can also lead to anxiety and depression for some students because, as I said before, student loans can be hefty and over time they can keep adding up. But as long as you have a plan, you have a thorough explanation of how you're gonna be able to pay off your loans, I think you should be fine. And in a positive effect of the situation, student loans can prepare you when you have future debts or loans you have to pay in the future. And it just like I said before, it's really it gives you the trustworthy from other people, and it just gives you a as a student in college, it gives you a preparation for life that you have ahead of you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I personally use student loans to help pay for my college tuition, and I plan to use it in the future to help me with whatever needs I have. And I'd rather pay it out of my own pocket, or I'd rather use the student loans and pay it out of my own pocket. It's just easier for me. But I'm gonna end it off with a quote that I was looking up earlier. It's give a man an education and he will build a new world, but give a man a loan and you can own that man forever. That quote just really stuck out to me. It's basically saying that if you do have student loans that you need to pay back, the government basically owns you in some ways because you have to keep paying them back. And if you have a big expense, then you're probably in there for the long haul. But I think student loans are worth it, and try to get as much student loans as you can, whether that be FAFSA or some government tuition site you could get your loans from. And yeah, I hope this either made you want to get student loans or not. I hope you make the right decision for you and have a great college experience. Thank you.